Inside lane, missing exits, glued to the pavement. Between the lines, I keep my gaze straight ahead as the last stop flies by. No more waiting for the gun to fire. No more walking through revolving doors. I've gone around once, and I don't need to go around anymore. Break away, forget your sober case. Stop dwelling on empty words. Stop stalling in the doorway and cancel the cruise control. Switch it in the manual. Don't you wanna feel right? Shape the mind, speeding up the pace, turning up the heat, where I need to be for the first time. I'm taking risks, I'm casting off without a lifeline. Break away, forget your sober case. Stop dwelling on empty words. Stop stalling in the doorway and cancel the cruise control. Switch it in the manual. Don't you wanna feel right again? Don't you wanna feel whole? Don't you wanna feel?
Radiant team back.
It is like A plus bands are pretty interesting. I know in China a lot of
Dire team pick. Radiant team pick.
League's assassin.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Earth Shaker.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Shakira.
10 seconds remaining. Radiant team banned.
Necrophos.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. Dire team pick.
Dragon Knight.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Puck!
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
Faceless Void.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Monkey King.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Choose your hero. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. 30 seconds to battle. The battle begins.
Tide is ready.
Dire's courier has been killed.
This isn't the end.
First blood.
Puck out!
Yes.
He come in and like, is there any chance to kill the DK really? It seems unlikely.
Not with just a Phoenix.
Yeah.
Perhaps a level 6 Necro could do it, but doesn't seem all that feasible. Similarly, I don't think SG Esports can really rotate on Necro with a Shaker Dragon Knight until perhaps DK gets level 5 or 6 himself. He needs another point, at least 2 points in flame breath, he needs a point in the stun, so that game likely comes at level 6. So I think for now both teams will stick to these lanes. The Phoenix doesn't have a good home, but he's just trying to get some of those early levels.
Closer here, going pretty far out. Actually, he gets the mana burn on. Does he have enough to get away? He's going to use the orb now. Man, it is just a hard life right here for this Puck.
Yeah. 3 CS only against this Void. This top lane is definitely the big win for Vici Gaming. A lot of the faceless Void from the Chinese scene right now, and Vici Gaming showing just how strong of a lane he can be.
I guess likewise though, old 11, or young 11, excuse me, sorry 11. He's only 1-0 as well, so he's been having a tough time too.
Yeah, both teams have done a good job with their safe lanes. Vici Gaming just win it by the sheer power of the Void, whereas SG Esports had to dedicate a lot more heroes to this lane. But they even found a first blood out of it, and the first blood going to the afterward means Costable's in a really good position to get that last Midas up.
Yeah, not to mention the courier snipe earlier. It's all coming together. And not quite 1,000 gold lead there for SG Esports, but you know, they're doing what they need to do. And as the game goes on, do you kind of see like the early rotations that come out with level 6s being that significant? It feels like every hero is really, really static.
The Void can very easily TP to like another lane, like mid lane with the Chronosphere early on. Something you often see Void, and even in the safe lane, you get that early TP with your treads and just TP mid, get a hero kill on a core hero, and it can really set up your team for a big win. For now, we're just seeing small harass coming out, like the Shaker goes mid, throws a fissure, gets Necro low, but doesn't really come all that close to killing him, so all about securing lanes more than actually getting those kills for the time being.
Fenrir just going to back away, left they were able to find him there. 4.5 minutes in, 1-0 so far, and everything all hunky-dory. God, Ori's getting very low, but he's a Necro. So.
Yeah, and you're against a hero that you kind of know the limit. Like, DK's not going to do anything to surprise you or jump on you suddenly. Yeah. It's not like he can hit level 6 suddenly and kill you either. He hasn't got any points in the stun. Oh, they missed the Tango.
That was good. I think that this could still be a kill, though. They've got the fissure block off, and they do find it. Fenrir also in some trouble. Can they get it? He's getting so slow, and Fenrir doesn't even end up using the shrine. He's going to head back home instead.
Just got that dive up in time to get away. Really good start for the Arc Warden specifically and SG Esports. I think this is exactly what they needed coming into a tough matchup against an experienced team that's played a lot of LAN Dota. You want to have that good laning stage. You want to at least be feeling good about your craft in that first 5-10 minutes, because you're going to be nervous. A team like SG Esports, they play all these online matches. They've done well in South America, but the nerves is definitely more likely to get to that team than Vici Gaming. So anything you can do to get off to a good start is going to help you out here.
For sure. And this is the type of lineup that can take advantage of that early gold lead and, you know, start pushing down towers, taking objectives around the map. Do you feel like that's what they need to do to continue to snowball it, or with the Arc Warden, do they have a little bit of a safety blanket there?
They have the safety blanket, but the more they can pressure, the better. They're going to keep pressuring this bottom lane.
Almost there! He's going to end up going down and get it right at the end with the Spark Raid.
We're seeing how good this Arc Warden is against Monkey King. He's just being able to zone him out of the trees by popping those raids into, like, basically into the jungle where Monkey King's trying to leech experience from. So they're constantly punishing 11, who's 0 and 3 now. His tower could start getting chipped away at. And perhaps most importantly, the Arc Warden is filthy rich from all these kills going his way.
Oh, and they're bringing down the Dragon Knight now with the DD rune as well. I'm not sure what his duration is left on that Dragon form. It's a little bit. This is going to be some decent damage here, and maybe even a tier 1 tower taken, possibly?
I believe this is going down. There's not enough heroes that can rotate in this early on. Void does have Chrono and a TP. That perhaps is the one thing they could try and do, but I don't think they've got damage.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Not for you.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I'll take that.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
Coin for me.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Time is money.
Now my back stronger.
Vici come bottom, Arc Warden's TPing top. Vici Gaming go mid, they're pushing top, they're delaying the push, and then they manage to pressure the top tower, the tier 2, to 500 health while defending mid, and then they get a pick off. They're just being incredibly efficient with how their heroes maneuver around the map. Something that Arc Warden is just naturally good at, so definitely a lot of it is credit to some great play and decision making, but it also is the nature of their draft. They can defend these lanes, they can pressure Vici Gaming while keeping themselves in a very safe position.
Well, I mean, yeah, and how many... Oh, dropping down the ward. He does see that Lanham is here, but I don't know if it's going to be enough division to keep him alive. Might think about popping the Shrine. Nah, not going to go for it. 40R punches Paparazzi a couple of times, but he should be able to walk away. And well, a pickoff will happen against the next. Bosa? Oh, Silence trying to get away. Dreamcoil to break it up. He has get caught. Reaper's Scythe will be there for the kill, and no other answer. So after a slew of good moves, a couple of questionable ones, and now it's also going to be Dragon Knight caught. He's not actually taking a ton of damage right now with the Monkey King ultimate. That might be enough, as well as the Sunray, to finally bring down the Dragon Knight.
Yeah, it's a couple of needed kills for Vici. They were just kind of unable to push towers, unable to find kills, and then finally the Nyx kind of coming online with that level 6, able to just scout around, use that Vendetta. This is where SG Esports have to be very proactive, getting those observers, sentries down together as they've done the mid lane. They dropped a sentry in that top area, but it was just too late. The Nyx was already in position to set up a kill and get Vici Gaming into that Radiant side of the map and find an additional kill in the Dragon Knight. So
Radiant's top tower
definitely a very volatile stage of the game where SG need to be careful not to give up too many kills, because these will often lead to towers.
Look at this. Faust coming in is going to drop down. I was thinking the magnetic field, but
Dire's middle tower
just holding on for the moment, throwing out a couple things. Macro Pyre's down as well. Lanham's taking a little bit of damage from that, but they will again hold their tower for the moment. It's barely alive, but it's alive, and almost broke the TP there as well.
Very close. They are definitely well versed in dealing with Monkey Kings, as we're seeing from SG Esports so far this game.
So, like, Vici, it's looked a little bit better over the past couple of minutes, but they still haven't really addressed this Arc Warden issue. And him finishing off the Maelstrom already, is this going to be like a continuing concern throughout the game? Like, how do you feel like Vici need to play the next few minutes? Because you said it's a very volatile moment.
They need to keep finding picks with the Nyx. Try and set things up with the Vendetta. Use the Chronosphere. You don't want to just be sitting around with it when it's up. Right now it's on cooldown from that last fight, but they really need to find an opportunity to Chronosphere every time it's up. They want to play at a faster pace to match SG Esports, because if they don't, Arc Warden's just going to outfarm them, outcarry them. The Boots of Travel is the really dangerous item, because that's when he gets that hyper mobility. He can be anywhere on the map much easier. He doesn't have to TP to towers. He can push with his team while his hero is somewhere else on the map.
We also saw right here as well that SG, they were all grouped together because they saw the Nyx assassin right under the ward go Vendetta and walk their way, but Vici wisely going to back out now. A lot of people missing from the map, and while this is all happening, Monkey King getting some much needed farm down bottom as well. But a lot of Midas is online for SG. They want to go late game with this.
Yeah, the Puck one kind of interesting because you normally see the Midas after the blink. This suggests they're very comfortable right now. And like you say, they kind of want to go late game, or they want to at least have late game options.
Yeah.
I think if they were having a tough time, felt like they really need Initiator, you tell your Puck, like, you need a blink, we need to start fighting. But the Post has had a rough game. He wants to play catch-up, he wants to get some farm. He knows his team is his other carries, his DK. Oh, they found the Arc Warden.
There's a big kill if they can find it, and they will. Very, very well done.
That's the kill they've been needing and looking for a while and haven't been able to find. But yeah, this is the danger where you go for this greedier puck minus and suddenly you've got heroes that just want to keep farming. Puck doesn't have the initiation option, and it doesn't free up the space you need for your Arc Warden, and that's where Arc Warden can get picked off, as we just saw.
Yeah. Well, and that's going to be the important storyline to follow in this game, is how they start to deal with the pressure that's going to come from Vici, because it does feel like they have a lineup that can make stuff happen with any one of their big ultimates available.
Yeah, and Chronosphere up, but without a TP. They saw the Void mid with no TP, so that did allow SG to actually get this top tier 2 tower. Nice little claim for them, but it is a trade for bottom lane as Ori gets a tower of his own. Necro's actually overtaken the Arc Warden on farm now with that kill and tower pickup.
The courier just walked past them as all of Vici is moving up towards the north, and they might actually find the Dragon Knight over there. It does look like at least Bardino, he's going to be caught it out, but it's really the DK. But he pops the Haste Rune, has a blink as well. He'll be able to escape.
They turn around, their teammates nearby, but doesn't look like they want to fight.
Yeah, I think the better of it. Probably the right decision.
Yeah, Chronosphere is a dangerous thing to fight into right now. Void's even got a Shadow Blade, so that Invis initiation being the key thing here for Vici Gaming. 2 Invis initiators, something where SG Esports are going to constantly have to spend money on more sentries, buy an early gem potentially, and this is an item that's basically designed to try and counter the Arc Warden. It's so hard to get to the real hero. He's always sitting behind creep waves. He's only sitting at his Tempest double. So getting these Shadow Blades allows you to actually run past a creep wave and try and initiate onto him instead. You wouldn't maybe see Void going for this Shadow Blade if not for the fact there was an Arc Warden in the game.
Yeah, and that comp together with Nyx Assassin means they can be just that little mobile hit squad together if they need to, or they can just have one other hero with both of the other ones, and it ends up working out in that fashion too. Blink Dagger for Earthshaker with an Invis Rune. He's going to walk in, finds himself a nice little opening, is going to be able to blow up 11 again. Chronosphere connects onto the Earthshaker, but you take that every day of the week.
Oh yeah. Nice little kill there, Shaker. Making up for the puck slacker blink with an initiation of his own, and with Chrono down, suddenly SG Esports could look to make a play themselves, smoke up, make a move, but they need to be careful. They do not want to get picked off.
Oh, Lanham just walked through a sentry ward, and now SG backing out.
That's key always. Putting the sentries with your observers so you can see that Nyx moving around the map without even having your heroes there. And that's exactly what they've got set up at that bottom side of the map. Very good vision from both teams so far this game.
Lanham's not going to really find anybody else here, but we'll be able to go back towards farming. Level 8 for him. And looks like as this game sort of evolves a little bit more, it's a little bit interesting to me because you have the 4DR going for a BKB next on the Dragon Knight. And normally if you're playing like all of your team going a little bit more late game, then you will hold off on those BKBs sometimes. Do you like the decision? What's your thought there?
I think he really wants to be able to push towers with the 4 heroes, like everyone except Arc Warden, and then Arc Warden just push a lane by himself. So I think the idea is here that Dragon Knight is always going to be that frontliner and really wants this BKB against Nyx, Necro, Phoenix. Sunray is very obnoxious to fight into. If you can't cancel as well, does a lot of damage. So it does make sense as far as SG Esports getting close to being able, like, having all their items ready to go.
Ooh. They find themselves a Lanham, and they do have a hell of a lot of Blink Daggers. The puck just finishing off his as well. Lanham will hit the Jakiro, but will fall to the deck himself as SG find that pickoff you're talking about.
Yep.
Now trying to go.
Maybe out of pressure this tier 2 tower, or actually better yet, take Roshan. That's something that if they have got the damage for, they may want to opt into, but not the easiest. You kind of set yourself up for a big Chronosphere, and I think the risk with Roshan is very high for them at this stage of the game when they can't break it down quickly enough. The physical damage is all right, but it's not great.
Well, they see 11. I think that they did at least. A lot of pings around that area, but he won't get jumped upon as Vici thought that they might be going for Roche, so probably a very good decision for SG not to go into the pit right that time.
Yeah, it seems like the smart call there. Just fall back, farm, get some more items on Arc Warden, get his Mjolnir up. Would love to see this Arc Warden get a Shadow Blade afterwards, just so we can get to the backline, similar to what we're seeing Void and Nyx try and do. If you can get a Shadow Blade and Arc Warden, suddenly you just Shadow Blade past, find someone like a Phoenix, and Phoenix may just die, or he's going to be forced to use his Supernova in a very inopportune way. So
yeah,
we'll see where Arc Warden looks to go next.
Or he finishing the Radiance as well. Hey, Look at that. I feel like I've seen that story before on a Necrophos, and it makes me sad.
Oh, yeah. Well, a lot of BKBs coming up. Necro has one queued up. Void is building one, so...
Jakiro up here top. They are going to find it. Fissure to try and break. They actually turn it back around. Gonna blow up that Nyx, and I think he dies here. He does go down. So a nice pickup. Vici again denied.
This Nyx is so eager to set up kills for his team, knowing that if he can find someone, he just hopes that the Void can get there in time for a good Chronosphere, but he was just a little bit too far away from his teammates when he sets that one up. And you can see how confident Vici Gaming feel right now when they're making, when they're probably telling their Nyx, like, go and find us a kill, find, like, open up the game for us by just Vendetta, Impale, see what we can follow it up with, but they were just a little bit too eager to actually initiate there. Unable to convert it into any kind of a key kill or a tower. SG Esports have just played some really good evasive Dota. Like, they've only fought when they've had a numbers advantage or they've had the right map control. They can see the Nyx with a sentry. They've given this Nyx very few opportunities to actually find pickoffs.
So we've all seen what Arc Warden can do late game, and we've seen how hard it is to push into it. Is it really going to be that bad for Vici if this game continues in this fashion without them making stuff happen around the map, or do you think it's going to be okay?
It's pretty rough, this game against Arc Warden. The Nyx is not going to be able to solo kill by any means, even if you can find the real hero, so it really comes down to the Void finding Arc Warden.
Dream Coil down bottom, and they caught themselves the Monkey King. Do they not have vision of him? They don't realize where he's at. Old 11 somehow gets away from there.
Yeah, they had the Macropie. They could have chopped down some trees, but I believe they don't realize the Ice Pot hit.
Oh, he whips. Slam a little bit off the mark there. Fenrir reveals his position, but cavalcade of interesting decisions over the past couple minutes, and nobody dies.
Yeah, big spells used, but no heroes going down. Yeah, that bottom one, I guess they just didn't get the vision they needed to understand where the monkey was.
Yeah.
Top lane, perhaps a bit of those nerves getting to Theo on the Shaker.
They do have some extra vision now off to the sides, throwing out these Spark Wraiths whenever they get an opportunity to. But Vici still sort of being denied damage onto the tower since their creep waves just keep getting macro-pired.
Yeah, Jakiro as a support is always nice to play in these games where you can't really get close to enemies because you can just drop macro-pyre in a lane. Helps fund his sentry wards. He's still by far the lowest net worth here in the game, but at least is able to get some farm here and there.
Get this guy a Kickstarter for Sentry Wards, yeah.
A lot of Midas coming out. You mentioned that being something earlier. The Nyx has picked up one going back for a blink after it. Phoenix also close to a Midas, so both teams anticipating a longer game here.
Yeah. Get the XP gain as well for the Phoenix, get towards those later talents. In the meantime, it's level 15 on Arc Warden, and Mjolnir done with the Midas and bots. Just such a hard hero to deal with, as it's like Laposa might be in some trouble. He had used that orb again, and, well, phase shift is still going to go down here, most likely, as Fenrir picks it up.
Looking for a counterplay, though.
Oh, are they going to be able to get him? The jump in, they caught him. Earthshaker, a quick kill onto Lanham, and 11 canceling Wukong's command.
Nicely played.
Bottom lane? They feel something?
Just an illusion.
Okay.
Will Tempest double. Or he just trying to get some extra farm and pushing out this lane. Real Arc Warden around this top lane. Not sure they are aware of. Yeah, they would have seen Young 11 there, but he's getting out of there.
It's going to be hard for me to start calling him Young 11.
Yeah.
It's gonna...
11. I guess it's just 11 now, you know.
Yeah, for sure. We also saw the Phoenix pick up his Midas, or its Midas, rather. And with that XP talent, we'll be able to get towards those a little bit later on. They do spot out the Monkey King there, the Boundless Strike, but I don't think that they're going to be able to capitalize and find the kill.
Yeah, he guessed wrong with the Blink Totem. He knew he was there from the Boundless, but didn't get the Totem.
Yeah.
But
easy so far.
Yeah, definitely is part of the game where things are slowing down. I think Vici Gaming came to this series knowing they didn't have to have an explosive start. a team like SG Esports, they're probably hoping that they're going to make mistakes. They're like, all right, this is a team that doesn't have the experience that if we're in a close game against, we're going to make better late game decisions, but we haven't seen SG crack yet, so definitely some really good composure coming out from SG Esports in a very tense game. We're not seeing a lot of kills, we're seeing a much slower pace, we're seeing much more farm-oriented, but it's farm-oriented with teams looking for pick-off, but they're just not finding them because both teams are playing really good defensive Dota.
This might be that moment, though. You see SG smoked up. At the same time, Vici is preparing for a smoke, I believe, as well. And they have a BKB that's done for the Void. They're walking here into the river. A little bit of vision given now. It's only the Nyx, though. They jump forward, able to get the spike carapace to turn it back around. Can they get the damage? It's immense coming out from the Earthshaker. They do time walk back and away. And the Wukong's command out as well, but this is going to be Monkey King Dao and SG Esports. My God, that was a team fight and a half.
What a sick Echo Slam coming in. He caught, like, I want to say all 4 heroes in that one. Just perfectly positioned on the high ground there. And SG Esports smoking at the right time. Vici Gaming meet them where SG Esports have kind of a high ground advantage. And what a great play coming out. 40 gets the jump onto the Nyx, leading to a fantastic team fight.
Yeah, it was just all that damage once. Oh, feels good. That was nice. But a BKB not really doing a whole hell of a lot for the Void there. He had to time walk away from the rest of the battle.
He couldn't find the chrono too. Like even after, like he BKB'd, he like pump faked the chrono. I think he realized it's like this chrono's not going to do much. He might kill a support in it. He could kill someone like a Shaker even. But it wasn't going to be worth using a chrono there to just kill one hero. Better off saving it for when your team respawn and a potential Roche that could have happened there. So by holding the chrono, he knows he's not going to win the fight, but he also means that they've still got it for the next fight that could happen in the next minute or two.
Yeah, and they're immediately looking for another pick-off with the Nyx Assassin. SG do need to be careful here now. If they wanted to go in, does he get a bash? Oh, not going to happen. But yeah, particularly like you were talking about, if they find this fight now with no Echo Slam, no Dream Coil, or what have you, that might have been a good opening, but Vici's still not able to find the fight.
Yep, things will go back to that perhaps slower pace farming for a little bit. SG may look to smoke once they've got their ultis back up.
Oh, they caught 11. He gets the snap as well, but he's still able to jump through the air.
Radiant are scanning.
Monkey's a pretty elusive hero.
Sure.
Definitely part of why we're not seeing holo kills is the heroes in drafts. I mean, you look at the cores, Void, great escape spell, hard to kill. Puck, same thing. Monkey King, same thing. Dragon Knight, very tanky. Arc Warden, very hard to kill.
Fight breaking out here. They take out the Phoenix at the start. Now they're going to be able to get 11 as well. Paparazzi going to try and jump away. Do you believe that that's going to be a kill on Mr. Monkey King? Most likely. Earthshaker finishing it off. And SG have come out of the gates very hot here in this first minor.
Yeah, holy cow, they are playing fantastic right now. They're just understanding when they can turn back and fight very well. Like right there, they knew the Echo's coming back up. If Vici Gaming really committed to that fight, it likely could still go pretty well for them if they get that big Echo off.
Well, maybe a chance here for a kill. They are going to find it, and, well, can they get anything on the return, though? 40R has shown up. They do get the Chronosphere. It's dealing a good bit of damage and might be able to kill him off. Puck saving the day to take down the Nyx Assassin. And it does look like the Arc Warden somehow is going to get away from this. Trying to slow him up. Can the Void get there in time? Is he going to find the kill? No! The stun comes out. He gets the Flux as well. Oh, Void is so upset about his situation. I think that he still does get away, but Egg committed there as well, and they don't get the Arc Warden.
What a piece of pristine micro there. He gets the magnetic field from his illusion onto himself, which means the Void misses a hit. Then he gets the 4-star from his actual hero away. That Void thought he had that kill, but some great last-second micro coming in, and Arc Warden narrowly escapes.
I mean, there's a reason that they're perfect with it so far. They know how to play it.
You know this guy spams Arc Warden in pubs, let me tell you that. Bottom lane, paparazzis, just farming illusions here.
Yeah.
A bit of gold when you can kill these.
It's nice. I mean, it is sort of going to be a situation later where that would have killed both of them. But at least for now, they do have the answers for it. And Roshan going to start to fall.
They know there's no Chronos here. This is the downside. Anytime you're using Chrono, using the Reaper as well down for another 10 seconds, kind of expose yourself to potential Roshan. And good news for SG is they know they have ultimates. They've got Echo coming back up in a second, but they are under enemy wards here, so the vision for Vici Gaming is still very good. With Monkey King flying in, the vision makes this very hard to do.
Yeah, they have caught the Monkey King though. A good start, but Earthshaker is out of the fight. No buyback for him. Monkey King dead as well. I think that Echo Slam is so important though. It might be a little bit too much to ask.
Agreed. That ward, even the second ward deeper into the Radiant side of the map, making it very difficult for SG Esports to secure this Roche. Having someone like Shaker getting jumped is so bad for them.
They do have this Sentry Ward down, and yeah, SG, they've shown patience the entire game and going to continue to show it now as they back away from Roche. They just can't give it up for nothing if Vici decide to walk in, which doubt they would.
Yeah, they even see the Void and Invis there with the Sentry, so likely we'll see them yet. Go back to pushing out these lanes. Arc Ward TP's bottom with the Tempest double. It's going to get slowly dealt with by the Necro, but see how things go here. Will be a Diffusal as the next pickup for Arc Warden, so that means Necro will have a much tougher time dealing with even just the Tempest double when you can use that Diffusal to break the Ghost Shroud.
And he really haven't felt the impact that much of the Necro this game, it feels like. He's not really been able to do as much.
Up until like those 2 kills there recently, he's just been farming a lot. It's been a much more farm-intensive Necro, which, like you see Ori, he's 5-0-0, obviously fantastic score. It feels like he is incredibly farmed. He's top 2 net worth, but you'd almost rather the Void have at least a piece of that farm, and it feels like there's too much pressure on Paparazzi to make plays initiate, whereas Ori's playing that more just farm the jungle. I mean, he's farming lanes more than he's farming jungle, but just playing that ultra farmer carry role, which is not really, to me, where the Necro shines as much.
Yeah.
With that said, he is going to scale very well, and I think a key thing looking late game is which heroes can deal well with BKBs. Everyone's getting these BKBs. All the core heroes are likely going to have them, and that's where spells like Reaper, it doesn't damage through BKB, but can provide some lockdown, the Void Chronos here. Vici Gaming have decent heroes for fighting into BKBs.
It looks like the Vici Gaming lineup just canceled their TP on the Void, and now they're going to have to do a slightly delayed smoke. But it looks like SG are very ready for this right now. They're putting the Dragon Knight out front and center and have a lot of people behind him.
They saw the Sentry get right in front of their ward, so they know exactly where Vici Gaming were.
Yeah. Vici will not be able to connect with this smoke. They back out and immediately going to go in for Roshan themselves.
Yep. Hard Roche to contest. You may be smoked up, but the smoke breaker, Nyx Assassin, is on top of the cliff, but...
Oh, they're coming in from the backside. This is such a good position. Earthshaker's moving in as well. Echo Slam connects them to 2. Macro Pyre down as well. They're all gone immediately. Can they find any more? The Monkey King over here to the west side of the fight. They've got the lift up with the Dual Scepter. The Supernova is gone. Ultra kill for that Arc Warden. And one last to fall. SG dominant.
That was so freaking smart, Lyrical. You know, it's such a... We've seen so many of these teams get better at securing Roche against smokes because they just camp a hero on that high ground. The cliff where Nyx was is a great place to be. The common thing is you smoke, you go right past your Ancients, you go to Roche. No, they go all the way around. They bypass where the Nyx is. They even scanned, so they knew a hero was there. So they scan where the Nyx is. They go all the way around. They get that Blink Echo. This Shaker has made some sick Echo Slams this game, and Aegis secure. This is going to be 1 lane, possibly 2 lanes of racks here, very quickly taken. No chance to use Chrono, no chance for Necro to get up any spells.
Oh, look at it. Oh, it's beautiful. And you can see there the Supernova comes out and it's just try to do anything to turn it, but they were ready as soon as that happened. And the Arc Warden getting ultra kill at this point is just gravy at this point for him too. 3,000 net worth ahead, the next highest.
Oh yeah. Kind of mentioned a little bit earlier, it just feels like the Necro for all his farm hasn't been able to have that massive impact or even feel all that scary here in the late game. If he gets jumped, he's going down, and they've got the answer to the Ghost Shroud now with the Diffusal Blade pickup, so life gets tricky for Necro and even the Void. Similarly, if you get Blink Echoed, you get Chain Stun, there is no way out of that.
Or Shadow Blade Echoed now, since he just picked that one up as well.
He almost just killed the Necro with his Tempest double at mid, or he just got down to like 10% health at that.
So Parker, for Vici, where do you go at this point? You still need to play like the pick off and push out lanes game, right? Is there anything else you can really do?
I think you also look to play that ultra late game as well. Get level 25s, get Void, even more farm. He's building towards that MKB, so he has some Arc Warden solutions, but the key thing in every fight is who's gotten the jump. If Nyx starts a fight, Vici Gaming or Void starts with a Chrono, you're going to win the fight. But all the fights we're seeing SG take, it's Earthshaker, it's Puck, or it's the Dragonite with a Blink Stun. So it's constantly been SG Esports getting the jump, and that's something Vici Gaming have to use smokes, have to use their vision to prevent. They need to be the ones starting fights on their own terms.
And they have a gem as well, I believe, on the Jakiro. So
yeah, it's on the parts of the Dragonite now.
Okay,
but yeah.
past the Dragonite. Yeah, it's feeling like they have all of the answers that they need right now. Paparazzi, Silver Edge done. Gonna help a lot with the Dragonite taking away that armor and regen, as well as just the damage reduction is another big thing. But they need to find that opening, and with the gem online now, it feels like those opportunities are going to be few and far between as SG parked up top.
Yeah, SG knowing they can just keep these lanes, this top and mid lane pushed up pretty easily with the super creeps in mid. Their heroes in top, there's no enemy vision on them in this dire jungle since they've got the gem. There's still some good dire vision around the bottom side of the map, so it's definitely something to be wary of, but perhaps more importantly, they position themselves in mid and top while leaving the Shaker at bottom. So Shaker is waiting for a pick-off at bottom, knowing that Arc Warden can TP in, so very smart position for him to be.
Oh! Just got some quick fingers.
Dang.
And now your last mix goes down the mid as well. This is so scary to fight up against, my god.
Yeah, they may lose a Rax off of that missed Chronosphere.
Yeah, it popped the ulti as well for 40R. They're ready to go. The only thing is they don't have the Earthshaker with them right now. Vici might not be fully aware of that. He did pass by a ward, actually, so they will realize that Earthshaker is coming in now, and this is going to probably be the go mark.
Monkey
King.
He gets hit.
There's the stun. They catch it down, take down the tower as well. It's going to be a big old hit, and they are trying to bring down the Dragonite. Is he going to end up falling? He does finally die. So they lose their DK. The buyback from the Monkey King is there as well, and well, Monkey King, maybe he's gone a bit too far this time around. They turned to fight, and he is dead in an instant.
Not been 11's game, that's for sure. Vici Gaming will hold for now. With Dragonite down, I don't know if SG really want to continue this push. Even sieging the tower with Arc Warden is very dangerous and risky. You may have an Aegis, but they can easily kill you twice. The Tempest double can be brought down pretty quickly by the Void as well. So we are seeing Vici Gaming hold their top lane, but the gold lead over 11,000 now, and something that Vici Gaming is trying to overcome as they are down a lane of Rax.
You see this SG team, and they're feeling good about themselves. The throws out an orb, blinks it, hits the tower a couple of times, and then orbs out. It's just no care at all, really, for what Vici come to do. They just have all the answers, and maybe up top, another answer coming up. Echo Slam laid out, and, well, they didn't end up being able to TP in onto the creeps. It got taken out by the Necro, so they can't kill him off.
Yeah, that's the play they were looking for earlier at bottom. They're just sending the Shaker to a lane by himself, knowing that if he gets initiation and Arc Warden can TP in with the travels, it's going to be a kill. Perhaps you see something like that, and Arc Warden may consider getting the level 2 travel so he can TP on the heroes, not just creeps.
Yeah.
But for now, it is going to be a Manta build-up. So Manta Diffusal, a lot of mana burn, a lot of right-click damage. Very good against Void, a hero that if you can burn Void's mana, like one fissure or a couple like stuns, just screening him down, is going to make Void's life impossible. He loses his mana, suddenly he can't get off a Chronosphere. So very handy item build to be going.
And the other thing that I'm seeing, and it sort of is, it seems so simple on paper, is how well SG push out their lanes constantly, whereas Vici, their heroes don't really do that. Like, it's really tough for Vici to keep these lanes pushed out constantly, and that means that they're at a vision disadvantage. They constantly have to be like playing, you know, babysitter to it. It's tough.
That's a really good point to bring up. Even support, like the supports do, like the Jakiro, you drop a macro power, a lane's being pushed out. Arc Warden does it with 0 risk with a Tempest double. Puck, very low risk with Lincolns and all that, so the ability to push out lanes without exposing your heroes is something that is always good to have in a draft.
Yeah.
And Vici Gaming, anytime Monkey King's gone to a lane, he's just been dying all his 0-11 game for 11. This is, maybe they're wishing they picked that Bat Rider here.
Oh, okay. They won't end up dropping a Chronosphere on that, thankfully. Thought that they might have had that hero, but All of SG is still up in the top lane, with the rest of Vici running away.
Even plays like that just impressed me with this Arc Warden. Like, sends out one of the illusion while keeping the other next to his hero, so he doesn't... he tries to basically bait the Chronosphere using his newly picked up Manta. Do scan the monkey here and see what SG look to follow this up with.
I mean, at this point, Nyx is just looking for any kill possible, but SG are playing it so safe and they can keep those bottom lanes pushed out. Arc Warden, again, pressuring, meaning that they are going to force the Necro back and he has to deal with them. This is a rough life, and God, look at the damage Ori's about to take from this. That is a Tempest double.
That's pretty painful. Yeah, it's an illusion with 0 risk involved. Feed a little gold, but no big deal.
Yes.
At this point, if you're SG, you just wait for the next Roche, most likely. You don't really need to do anything unless there's a big pickoff.
Yeah, you're not playing passively. You are still pressuring, like you say, push out all the lanes and then wait for that big pickoff. If you get that big pickoff, you may be able to go.
Yeah.
B11.
Playing a dangerous game. The BKB is out from the Tempest double, and the Chronosphere could be there in a little bit if they wanted to. Man, the Necro dropped down to about a quarter HP. Impale is out onto 1. It's only the Earthshaker. He gets forced away. Can't even get the Chronosphere off. Blink away. Oh, no, 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 no. That is not the way you want to play Dota. The jump forward for more 40R smells blood, and he wants to take all of it. My God.
They're being styled on. This is like... I mean, a fantastic draft. Like the panel, they all liked SG Esports' draft. They knew the Arc Warden was going to be a good pick and a fit, but Ori will get a kill here. But the individual plays, they're just outplaying them.
Yeah, they take down that Earthshaker, but it comes at a cost. The buyback from the Necro is there, and at this point, there is very little to hold on to in this game for Vici Gaming. My God. Necro, so even just going to be Rana in here. The silence comes out. They do have a Shadow Blade there from the Void. He'd used Chronosphere earlier. They take down the Necro as well, dead for 2 minutes, and that is going to be GG. SG come in and blow up Vici Gaming in game number 1.
That's a win where you feel really good. It was just such good plays at various times, and also just really good teamwork and synergy. They knew when to fight. They knew when to turn it around.
I want you to jump like you trying to get stuck in the air. If you feeling so lit and don't care, shorty beat in the face in the mirror, up in the air. I want you to jump, 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 up in the air. I want you to jump, jump. Like you trying to get stuck in it. In the air. Like you trying to get stuck in the air. I want you to jump like you trying to get stuck in the air. If you feeling so lit and don't care, shorty beat in the face in the mirror, up in the air. I want you to jump like you trying to get stuck in the air. If you feeling so lit and don't care, shorty beat in the face in the mirror, up in the air. I want you to jump, jump. I want you to jump, 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 jump. Up in the air, I want you to jump, 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 jump. Like you trying to get stuck in it. Gotta get it, in the air.
See you on the other side. Stay alive. Stay alive. I got to keep it together. Keep it together. See you on the other side. Stay alive. Stay alive. I got to keep it together. Keep it together.
really a fan of Vici's.
Yeah.
I felt like they drafted a very good situation for themselves. They picked a very good Necro game. Like if you normally what ends up happening with Necro, as everybody should know by now, is if you have a good Necro game, the game's just over.
Yeah.
Like if Necro doesn't have any natural counters, it's very easy to play. But in a game like that, if the rest of your entire team gets countered, then I don't think you can play that 1v5 kind of game.
Yeah.
And so and with that last pick Monkey King where they had to do this 2-1-2 setup, I think it just kind of threw everything out of funk.
Because Ori actually had a really good Necrophos game. Yeah. As in, he didn't get shut down that much. At some point, he was 5-0.
I mean, they couldn't shut him down anyway with their heroes, but
yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, like Blitz mentioned, Necro is not like going to 1v5 that game. He needs his team to be able to help him out.
And we do have the draft on, so it looks the same bands, exactly the same bands. Actually.
First pick Night Stalker, maybe.
No, we're exactly the same.
So the curious thing right now for SG is if they go for the same response, which is the Earthshaker Jakiro. A lot of teams, I think, especially from your experience, Winter, I feel like people want to play a different type of game. Like they don't want to just pick the same 10 heroes and repeat things.
Sometimes it's also a matter of perspective, right? Like when you lose a game, like why did you lose this game? Like different teams interpret it differently, and some might think that we did nothing wrong. Why do we need to show you something else?
Yeah, that was the VP style. They would if they won with something, they would just pick it again.
Yeah, like some teams will have their own way of playing a BO3. Everyone has their opinions on. I don't think that's like a right or wrong way. It just depends on how the team wants to approach it, or the captain or the coach.
5 seconds remaining.
So the second pick here.
It was Jakiro, right?
It was
Jakiro last time.
Dire team pick.
Disruptor.
No, it's a change. Disruptor was banned last game by themselves, actually, by SG Esports. They banned it in the second ban.
I guess this hero is much better to deal with. Like if you're expecting a Necro, this hero is better against Necro in a certain way because of the silence and the catch with the glimpse and the feel. They might be actually setting that up more for themselves, having a much better support against that. But less of a push, because the last game they had Jakiro, so they were able to push a lot faster. And yeah, so maybe SG Esports, they might be also adjusting their picks a little and their priorities. Like, because the last game, from what you can see, if you're SG, you're like, oh, this team likes to pick heavy team fight. So you're going into the next game as the drafter or as the coach, maybe you would yourself draft a little bit more team fight to deal with your opponent. And that's the team fight again from Vici. They go for the DP.
Yeah, no Necrophos this game. You like this better? Is this a better start? I mean, Will already said that he liked the first 3 picks previous game as well, so it's tough to call.
I really don't think it was the Necro's fault though, the last game.
Yeah.
So it's still like the same kind of like a type of game that Vici wants to play. Team fight, tower, 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 play with your cooldowns. And you have, I guess the better thing about the DP is like you have a stronger laning phase if you are up against a melee hero. Unlike Necro that did not punish the DK as much. So I guess they're drafting better lanes this time.
It's a bit early to say. I'm most curious to see what they pick for their off lane and where that kind of adjustment comes from. Because typically with your offlaner, especially in the West, you're going to pick some sort of disable, right? Like you just want multiple forms of control or ways to start the fight.
Or you pick some like you counter pick heroes, like you have a Brood or it's like some Furion or some Timber last pick, you know, then your offlane just racks his lane. But yeah, usually you go for those kind of picks, the standard stable picks.
I really like that they banned the bat this time, by the way. I feel like that was an adjustment that SG probably saw. They were like, if Vici's going to read their draft and say anything went wrong, it's probably going to be their offlane.
10 seconds remaining.
And they take out the Arc Warden this time, Vici.
So. I'm not surprised. Like, that's just such an annoying hero to deal with. It forces you to change your entire way of playing.
Yeah, it's quite annoying if like on the fly right now, because you're playing a game right after, you don't have time to talk about, don't have a lot of time to talk about the hero in general. Like most teams will just choose to just remove it and maybe talk about the hero later and try to find a better solution instead of just like banning it all the time. Yeah. Some teams actually do that. So SG removes the anti-mage here. Did they actually ban AM as well last
5
game?
seconds
No,
remaining.
Your AM was available last game.
Yeah, it was not banned nor picked. But it makes sense that they ban out the Bet Rider. I like that. We talked a lot about the Bet Rider previous game as well, how that would be a better fitting hero.
Yeah, AM is like kind of like you don't want to get cheese in some ways. Like if you don't have a good lineup against AM and you can't catch him, and he just speed pushes you to death.
I'd like to see something like, I guess it's a little bit early to say because you generally want to see the offlane matchup first. But Jugger Lifestealer for Vici.
The solid safe laners, yeah. The lanes.
I like something a little bit more solid. Plus, I think both work well. You can never get glimpsed.
Yeah, really good against the Disruptor.
So right now, SG, they've got to decide. Last time they third picked the DK, right? Which we thought was a little bit curious, but it ended up working out. This time, I don't think they get to do something like that.
Their lineup is like a bit different as well. I think Jakiro is much better with DK compared to Disruptor, so they might actually go for something else this time.
Yeah. They could take so their second pick again. Like being able to third pick the DK like that actually helped their draft a lot.
Like because if you look at DK, it's like it's a mid hero that you can just pick without thinking about it too much because you know what you're getting when you're picking a DK.
It's just kind of annoying because SG, they got to decide. All right, so if we reveal our offlaner here, that means Vici can straight up pick their carry. Then we have to pick.
They need to pick something general,
Yeah.
They can go to all lanes.
Is Lina general enough?
No, that's definitely
really.
And didn't you mention Lina previous draft of being not a great pick because of the Nyx Assassin?
Yep. This game, I don't think they care. They just want to pick the hero.
But it's a good laner.
Yeah, it's good lane. It's a good lane against DP. And on top of that, I was gonna say like if you're playing against DP, you wanna have the ability to burst her down. You wanna be able to take her out quick in a fight. So Lina gives you that. And on the side of VG, when you see the Lina, you're thinking about like maybe defensive supports. Whether you want to have like maybe Oracle, Dazzle, those kind of heroes to ensure that your DP does not die to that combo.
Oracle sick here.
Yep. So we see the standard Oracle DP combo.
It's just really good against the Disruptor as well. Like if you look at SG's lineup right now, they're almost entirely magic based. And especially against Disruptor, you're gonna have a long time to get that ulti off.
10 seconds remaining.
And they can't really pick like some silencer anymore because Disruptor is already there for them.
Remaining.
Yeah, so they don't have that swerve option.
Yeah.
So it seems like there is a theme here though that they're gonna last pick their carry. They're gonna put a little bit more prioritization on, which is always interesting. How teams use their second pick, whether they decide to take which core. So now you need an offlaner that is good against these heroes. Last time they were willing to pick the Puck.
Is one of their most played heroes? Do you feel like it would fit here? I mean, the silence is going to be great.
Yeah, but I'm not so sure this game though. I feel like they sort of need a tank as well. Because the last game they had DK. DK was the tank in front. Right now, if they go for Puck Lina, then they don't have any front line. So maybe they have to like I don't know. I feel the draft is a bit.
Oh, Paylord.
Okay, this is a good front line for them.
Yeah. Ooh. They just needed some beef in front.
And it's a good synergy. I like Pitlord with Disruptor and Shaker.
It also it does defend lanes out very well. It makes it hard for DP to kind of play that playstyle. On top of that, there's no Necro or anything like that just instantly bursts.
The other thing that's really good about the Pitlord, the Underlord here is like when DP forces a fight with the ulti, you can just bring everyone out and essentially you're going to waste the long cooldown of the DP. You trade 1-for-1 and that's better for your side in most cases.
Monkey King.
So that might happen. Oh, again. Okay, this hero again.
This time I'd like to see it safely though.
But it might be, it might be carry.
I think it's one of the better options. Like always the counter to Underlord was Ursa, then Monkey King came into the game and it makes it a little bit better.
It's like the same kind of hero.
Monkey King is a ranged Ursa.
Yeah, sort of.
That can't Roshan. That is a trade-off. But he team fights a lot better.
Yeah. And he has a stun. Ursa does not have
He has a
stun.
fissure. Yeah. He has fissure. He has a damaging fissure.
So
it's not bad.
So pretty much right now, SG Sports are going to look to remove. But it's kind of hard for them to ban as well because the monkey can be offlane or carry.
Sven?
Oh, they ban out the Razor.
That's a Razor, yeah.
Can't really read too much.
So they think it might be an offlane.
They actually think it's an offlane Monkey King, which actually might not be the case this time.
Well, the good news for SG is that they do get the last pick.
Remaining.
So even if they were wrong with that guess, they get to pick this carry.
Yeah, that's true.
5 seconds remaining.
So for Vici, they're definitely gonna look for one carry to ban out. But it really depends on, like, from this ban we might be able to see whether the monkey is gonna be an off lane or carry.
Yeah. I mean, we'll also be able to see, once you see all 5 heroes, you kind of get a better sense of, I mean, you'll know what the lanes are for sure, depending on what the carry is. And so you just pick the better carry matchup that can scale, and then you're really comfortable.
Yeah, and for Vici, you're gonna have to pick the last pick. And at the same time, think about what the enemy might pick. So you need the last pick that deals with the last pick that SG is gonna pick.
All the mind games.
Yeah.
Think
the good
3
news
steps
though
ahead.
is it can only be like one role right now, unless that is like some carry disruptor shit that I've never seen in my life.
Carry Underlord.
No, carry Pitlord, Radiance Underlord.
Southeast Asia sometimes did carry Underlord, didn't they?
MP did it against us at DreamHack LAN.
I mean, that's
Go Planet Odd, guys.
So